Oh yeah, I was going to put this as either a description in one of the previous videos or a comment underneath, but it was a little bit too long and complex. I thought it was just better to show you in a quick video. It's just to wrap it all up by now. A series of 4 uploads I've done about the rainbow, brain, AI, linking in with Wizard of Oz, Pink Floyd, spectrum, colours, our reality, our senses, linking in with the shapes of things and letters and the duality of everything, positive and negative. That's what it all comes down to in the end, the balance. It's all about that perfect balance. And yeah, you'll have seen those videos, possibly all of them. If not, yeah, check them out. They're in a playlist now. But yeah, just to round it all up, simplify it a little. The Wizard of Oz, basically, for me, this is quite clear now that it's just following the golden yellow. Brick is represented by the Master Builder, 22. Basically, that just means the fulfillment of your full potential. Basically, the golden is like the illuminated you, the fulfilled you, the enlightened you, with all your everything, all your thoughts and imagination, and putting it all into into play. Basically, that's the 22 numerology, about master building on all of those ideas and mindsets, and yeah, following that path. So it's just a yellow brick road. It's very simple, really. In the movie, we see her stepping onto that spiral being the consciousness, because we are represented, man is number 6. That's why you've got your 6 and 9, because the 9 is then the other bit of the spiral that goes round and round, same upside down. And the 9 bit is the bit that's going outwards, that's the consciousness. So again, you're just building on that consciousness. Oops. Yeah, through the illuminated mind, you then can build on that consciousness, which is the path to completion, the perfection, I suppose, with God. In the movie, we see Dorothy stepping onto the spiral. I'll show that in a minute. Like the first major arcana in tarot, the Fool. That's the number 0 card. And he's like stepping very close to the edge, and some versions stepping over, just with 1 foot over, 1 foot on still. But he's also got a dog with him as well, so it's basically Dorothy is the Fool tarot card, because it's the beginning of that path to awakening. Hence why at the end of the movie she's wakened up, isn't she? She's awake. Her consciousness is represented through basically the trinity there of her. Starts with the mind and goes into her soul, ultimately with the spirit. She's had the courage to do it all. Remember, these are just in her head. The whole thing is in her head, the film. She's unconscious while she was knocked by that window. So it's all her dream in her mind. All these people she's speaking to are just caricatures of herself, her consciousness. And the cool thing about it is it's the 22, because it's the 22 cards of the major arcana, That's how many there are. But they are the paths of the Kabbalah tree of life, so it's just so obvious what it is. Matches that completely, and 22 letters of the Hebrew alphabet, which is what the Kabbalah tree of life is, linked to. It's that perfect duality number, the two twos of 22. They happen to connect the 10 Sephiroth. So we're at the bottom bit down here now. 10, so that's connecting the binary and the brain, the ones and the zeros. It's all in her brain. That's why the Scarecrow's the first person she meets. She was actually supposed to fall in love with him in the end, but they didn't really play that bit out. If you do some research, you'll see that that's why they're so close together throughout the film. He's her favourite, but it's represented because it's the first character she meets at the beginning. She'll miss him the most. Yeah, you'd miss your mind the most, wouldn't you, when you lose your mind? Yeah, ones and zeros, that's obviously looking like binary again for the 10 Sephirah of the Kabbalah tree of life. Speaking all about the binary, that's where it started from. 5 plus 5 looking like 2 plus 2. In a mirror, it's the same shape. 5 plus 5 for your 10 there. Perfect symmetry, perfect balance. This is what this is all about. Following the yellow brick road. So there she is, she's just about to step onto that. Notice how it's it's not a 6 or a 9 to anybody at all, that shape. Let's get a better colour on that. Notice how that shape is a mirrored 6 and 9. It starts off small but it expands outwards. It's her consciousness going outwards. So it's a mirrored 9. 1 to 9 numbers. The beginning of her journey. Just like the full tarot card. The first card in the major arcana deck. And he's got a dog with him, of course. Just like Dorothy. That one there is like a cyberpunk version. That one there is like a play on the actual most common one, but that's the female version of it, but they've updated it. So that could quite easily be Dorothy, couldn't it? There they go, stepping out to the yellow brick road of the consciousness. 22 paths that connect all of those. And that's the 22nd letter being the V, which was what, the previous videos were all about, the V. So hopefully that does round it all off, and thanks for bearing with me with it. Cheers.